Some people never go crazy. What truly horrible lives they must lead. A love like that was a serious illness, an illness from which you never entirely recover. Can you remember who you were before the world told you who you should be? There is nothing that teaches you more than regrouping after failure and moving on. Wherever the crowd goes, run in the other direction. They're always wrong. We don't even ask for happiness, just a little less pain. Bad taste makes more millionaires than good taste. The wisest thing to do, if you're living in hell, is to make yourself comfortable. Beware of those who seek constant crowds. They are nothing alone. Understand me. I'm not like an ordinary world. I have my madness. I live in another dimension, and I do not have time for things that have no soul. I don't hate people. I just feel better when they're not around. There are worse things than being alone, but it often takes decades to realize this, and most of often when you do, it's too late, and there's nothing worse than too late. If something burns your soul with purpose and desire, it's your duty to be reduced to ashes by it. Any other form of existence will be yet another dull book in the library of life. Slavery was never abolished. It was only extended to include all the colors. If you're going to try, go all the way. Otherwise, don't even start. The less you need, the better you feel. The difference between a democracy and a dictatorship is that in a democracy, you vote first and take orders later. In a dictatorship, you don't have to waste your time voting. Beauty is nothing. Beauty won't stay. You don't know how lucky you are to be ugly, because if people like you, you know it's for something else. What matters most is how well you walk through the fire. If a woman lacks sex for a long time, soon she will begin to understand that she wants more than just physical contact. She longs for an emotional bond that vibrates in harmony with her heartbeats. Find what you love and let it kill you. Nobody can save you but yourself, and you're worth saving. It's a war not easily won, but if anything is worth winning, then this is it. We are here to laugh at the odds and live our lives so well that death will tremble to take us. Your ambition is handicapped by laziness. Success is always dangerous. They can make an asshole out of anybody. Why do women always need the husbands of other women? And why do horse thieves always prefer a tamed horse to a wild one? Some people like what you do, some people hate what you do, but most people simply don't give a damn. The only time most people think about injustice is when it happens to them. Sometimes you climb out of bed in the morning and you think, I'm not going to make it, but you laugh at inside, remembering all the times you've felt that way. Genius might be the ability to say a profound thing in a simple way. There is always one woman to save you from another, and as that woman saves you, she makes ready to destroy. If you're losing your soul and you know it, then you still got a soul left to lose. Simplicity is always the secret to a profound truth, to doing things, to writing, to painting. Life is profound in its simplicity. You have to die a few times before you can really live. We are like flowers that never took the chance to bloom when we should have, and it's as if life has grown tired of waiting for us. Do you hate people? I don't hate them. I just feel better when they're not around. Too often the people complain that they have done nothing with their lives, and then they wait for somebody to tell them that this isn't so. The free soul is rare, but you know it when you see it, basically because you feel good, very good, when you are near or with them. Real loneliness is not necessarily limited to when you are alone. Love is a form of prejudice. You love what you need, you love what makes you feel good, you love what is convenient. There are only two things wrong with money: too much or too little. Things get bad for all of us, almost continually, and what we do under the constant stress reveals who or what we are. The crowd is the gathering place of the weakest. True creation is a solitary act. Drink from the well of yourself and begin again. Nothing is worse than to finish a good shit, then reach over and find the toilet paper container empty. Even the most horrible human being on earth deserves to wipe his ass. To truly make a difference in the world, start by helping one person at a time. Anything more grandiose than this is either overly idealistic or politically motivated. The problem with the world is that the intelligent people are full of doubts, while the stupid ones are full of confidence. I stopped looking for a dream girl. I just wanted one that wasn't a nightmare. Of course, it's possible to love a human being if you don't know them too well. If you have the ability to love yourself first. We're all going to die, all of us. What a circus. That alone should make us love each other, but it doesn't. Love is like a serious illness, an illness from which you never entirely recover. Sleeping in the lion's den doesn't make you a lion. People are strange. They are constantly angered by trivial things, but on a major matter like totally wasting their lives, they hardly seem to notice. I remember awakening one morning and finding everything smeared with the color of forgotten love. People need me. I fill them. If they can't see me for a while, they get desperate. They get sick. But if I see them too often, I get sick. It's hard to feed without getting fed. I am a poem. There is no way out. There is a loneliness in this world, so great that you can see it in the slow movement of the hands of a clock. I pretend to understand because I don't want anybody to be hurt. Gradually, I came to realize that my understanding of women goes only as far as the pleasure is concerned. There's a light somewhere. It may not be much light, but it beats the darkness. When a hot woman meets a hermit, one of them is going to change. Lighting new cigarettes, pouring more drinks. It has been a beautiful fight. Still is. Being alone never felt right. Sometimes it felt good, but it never felt right. I often carry things to read, so that I will not have to look at the people. Goodness can be found, sometimes in the middle of hell. When you play the field selfishly, everything works against you. One can't insist on love or demand affection. You're finally left with whatever you have been willing to give, which often is nothing. The tired sunsets and the tired people, it takes a lifetime to die, and no time at all. Sometimes you just have to pee in the sink. Death is not the problem. Waiting around for it is. I will remember the kisses, our lips raw with love, and how you gave me everything you had and how I offered you what was left of me. In a capitalistic society, the losers slaved for the winners, and you have to have more losers than winners. Before my death, I hope to obtain my life. I don't know about other people, but when I wake up in the morning and put my shoes on, I think, Jesus Christ, now what? With me, my main vision for life was to avoid as many people as possible. The less people I saw, the better I felt. Animals never worry about heaven or hell. Neither do I. Maybe that's why. We get along. I no longer want it all, just some comfort and some sex and some minor love. Drinking is another way of thinking, another way of living. It gives you 2 lives instead of 1. Great art is horseshit. Buy tacos. The shortest distance between 2 points is often unbearable. An early taste of death is not necessarily a bad thing. It's so easy to be easy if you let it. Writing is like going to bed with a beautiful woman, and afterwards she gets up, goes to her purse and gives me a handful of money. If I bet on humanity, I'd never cash a ticket. I was only photographing in words the reality of it all. I don't understand people, never will. It looks like I got to travel pretty much alone. There will always be something to ruin our lives. It all depends on what or which finds us first. We are always ripe and ready to be taken. Pretty words, as pretty women, wrinkle up and die. The empty, the angry, the lonely, the tricked. We are all museums of fear. Some moments are nice, some are nicer, some are even worth writing about. He asked, "What makes a man a writer?" "Well," I said, "it's simple. You either get it down on paper or jump off a bridge. You have my soul, and I have your money. Bad taste creates many more millionaires than good taste. Never envy a man his lady. Behind it all lays a living hell. Bad poetry is caused by people who sit down and think, now I am going to write a poem. Now something so sad has hold of us that the breath leaves, and we can't even cry. It's never quite right. All the things we are taught, all the loves we chase, all the deaths we die, all the lives we live. The difference between art and life is that art is more bearable. You can't beat death, but you can beat death in life, sometimes. And the more often you learn to do it, the more light there will be. Your life is your life. Know it while you have it. It was like the beginning of life and laughter. It was the real meaning of the sun. Each person is only given so many evenings, and each wasted evening is a gross violation against the natural course of your only life.